Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by everyone on my Patreon. Every month, all current Patreon supporters get to vote on a video for the next month, and last month, the Dragon won. If you're enjoying my content, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate the support, and if you like the deck list, consider sharing this video as well. The Dragon is a 9-mana 10/10 legendary dragon avatar with flying and eminence. Eminence is a keyword that, like Storm, WotC wishes they'd never printed. Whether the Dragon is on the battlefield or in the command zone, he makes it so that other dragon spells we cast cost 1 less to cast. Additionally, whenever one or more dragons we control attack, we draw that many cards. Then we may put a permanent card from our hand onto the battlefield. Of course, this second ability only happens if the Dragon is on the battlefield. Now, the Dragon is the single most common dragon commander out there, so it's kind of shocking that Cute Stuff doesn't have one. Well, she did, and she hated it. And that is entirely my fault. We bought the Dragon for her when the deck came out, and in my hubris, I thought I could make it better. The problem being, I was new to Commander at the time, and a 5-color Commander deck is a monster like no other. Time has passed, and I have become a much better Commander player and deck builder, so we thought it was time to go back and take a look. We also decided to go with a theme: dragons supporting dragons. And since this will be a deck for Cute Stuff, this will not be a budget build. Apologies to your wallet. Before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard was made famous by their Boulder, which now come in these lovely 2-tone boxes, allowing you to show your guild loyalty. Unless you're a filthy Dimir player who is simply disguising their deck, trying to infiltrate and learn the secrets of that most entertaining of guilds, the Rakdos. Find out if your local game store carries the new Ultimate Guard Synergy Boulders, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. One last announcement before we get into our video. I've started streaming on Twitch. There's a link down below in the video description, but the address is twitch.tv/DanonWildfire. Feel free to swing by. I usually play Final Fantasy XIV for the first hour or so, then switch over and start working on Commander, anime, or manga videos that need to be worked on. Assuming that people show up, of course. My schedule for now is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Unless I've got an event at my kid's school to go to. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Flooded Strand, Arid Mesa, Polluted Delta, Verdant Catacombs, Wooded Foothills, Scalding Tarn, Marsh Flats, Bloodstained Mire, Windswept Heath, Misty Rainforest, Hallowed Fountain, Sacred Foundry, Watery Grave, Overgrown Tomb, Stomping Ground, Steam Vents, Godless Shrine, Blood Crypt, Temple Garden, Breeding Pool, Rafine's Tower, Xander's Lounge, Zeatora's Proving Ground, Jetmir's Garden, Spara's Headquarters, Bajuka Bog, 2 Plains, 1 Island, 1 Swamp, 2 Mountains, and 2 Forests make up our lands for this deck. Ganex Astral Hunter, Smothering Tithe, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Dragon's Horde, Dryad of the Elysian Grove, Azusa Lost But Seeking, Burgeoning, Exploration, Ramanup Excavator, Crucible of Worlds, Conduit of Worlds, 3 Visits, Rampant Growth, and Skyshroud Claim help us to ramp out and stay ahead of the curve. Bladewing the Risen, Furcrag Cunning Instigator, Skyline Despot, Tiamat, Zurgo and Ojutai, Sarkhan Unbroken, Monastery Siege, Outpost Siege, Savitri Dragon Master, Demonic Tutor, Kindred Discovery, Sarkhan Fireblood, and Rhystic Study help us to dig through our deck and keep our hands full. Lozan Dragon's Legacy, Ojutai Soul of Winter, Scale Lord Reckoner, Sarkhan's Unsealing, Assassin's Trophy, Counterspell, Dovin's Veto, Swords to Plowshares, Heroic Intervention, Teferi's Protection, Anguished Unmaking, Boros Charm, and Klauth's Will help us to keep our opponents in line. Silumgar the Drifting Death, Crux of Fate, Cyclonic Rift, and Magma Quake help us to keep our opponents in line. Atarka Worldrender, Dragon Broodmother, Dromoka the Eternal, Earthquake Dragon, Karthus Tyrant of Jund, Kilnmouth Dragon, Kolaghan the Storm's Fury, Lathless Dragon Queen, Miram Sentinel Worm, Rith Liberated Primeval, Renari Merchant of Marvels, Scourge of Valkus, Thrakkus the Butcher, Thunderbreak Regent, Utvara Hellkite, and Wrathful Red Dragon make up the core of our deck. Supporting our plan, we've got Invasion of Tarkir and Dragon Tempest. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 52 mana sources split between 36 lands, 15 pieces of ramp, and our commander. 14 pieces of card advantage, counting our commander. 13 pieces of interaction, 4 board wipes, 1 piece of graveyard hate in Bojuka Bog, 1 sudden I win card in Sarkhan Unbroken. If Sarkhan Unbroken ultimates, we win the game on the spot. But we have enough ramp and card advantage in this deck that it doesn't matter. We can easily put out an army of dragons. Now, I know there are a lot of ways to build the Dragon, but I specifically wanted to build a deck that had a synergistic relationship between the dragons. There are so many dragons that care about other dragons, and I wanted to pack as many of them in the deck as possible. Do you have a dragon deck led by the Dragon? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. For only $25, you too can have a commander video built at your request. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Josh, Sean, Pob Zombie, Mark, Borgie, Jake, Exiled Rogue, Nazwin, Hector, Pedro, Tom, Echo Fox, Midge, Swifty, Lucis, Detroff, Rally, and Elf. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.